There is another duality, another complementary duality that is very much telling and very much explanatory, in my opinion, for many related things and many related phenomena related to the perception of text, and that is the text and context duality. Text is basically the explicit perceivable, sensory or sense-based, traceable track that the author leaves behind him for the recipient to get the information the author intended to convey or pass on him by means of text or the respective paradigm or code he used to encode the text in, or express the text or his message or idea. And it's actually the thing that as to compare, or to use the analogy, background and foreground, that's the thing that has been brought by the author into the foreground, and that is there fully with all lights on it, brought to the recipient's attention, and preferably staying in his memory or working on his brain, effectuating the desired impact, or affecting his brain, his mind in the desired way. While context, the other complement or the other part of the whole, is the implicit value, or the implicit set of stimuli, if we wish, set of information, set of data that the recipient may and may not be getting along with the text. It comes with the text. It comes with the text context. It surrounds it in the moment of its coming into being, of the text's coming into being, which is the moment when the text is perceived, created. The text either has been created, obviously, and is perceived when the text realization happens, when the act of text perception happens. To explain this text and context duality, this foreground and background, this explicit track and implicit values, or told and untold duality. I would also say that, or we can say, it can be said that text is ideally of such a kind, that means form, content, length, level of expressivity, normalcy, markedness, unmarkedness, neutrality, non-neutrality, slang, stylistic additions, modifications, is ideally of such a kind that it says only what cannot be deduced from the context. So here we are basically back to Grice's conversational maxims, that say that we only should express in our words, in our texts, that exactly that which can be anyhow implied by the context. That means that we should speak to the point. We should tell the truth or factual truth. We should be about as concise or let's say, long in our text that we create as necessary, and so on and so on. So because the everything else is in Grice's understanding, in generally in how the duality text and context is made, everything else is basically expressed or comes along or is implied by the context, by the untold, by the unsaid component, which is exactly or should be exactly the complementary part to what has been said. In other words, which should be the context in relation to the text. Obviously, the author has to take all this into consideration prior to, ideally prior to his text creation, or the act of the text being told, being formulated. Both in texts that applies both to texts that are, let's say immediate, that means conversations, spontaneous reactions, and generally the interactive conversational part of speech, part of interaction, as well as the durable text. That means be it books, be it artistic production, be it paintings, and so on. The durable, it doesn't mean obviously that they are like made into books or painted onto canvas, but that they are of such a character that enables multiple repeated text realizations. That means either by the same recipient, by the same viewer, reader, or perceiver, or by different perceivers of these texts, because these not these texts, but the text platforms, let's say, which is how I would call books or movies or movie recordings, paintings, statues, whatever. They are there in a stable position or character nature, and it's only up to their viewers, spectators, perceivers in general, how many times they wish to come back, check on them, see them, watch them again, and so on. So that's why I'd call them maybe permanent or durable ones. So the author takes all this into his consideration, and obviously back to Grice, back to also other authors and theorists we spoke about. He has the right, and in some situations. Of course, especially including artists, and especially in the artistic ones, also the duty to consciously, premeditatedly, sophisticatedly, creatively violate the rules that he is normally supposed to abide with. When creating his text, but which he in selected instance decides not to comply with, in order or with the goal to provoke in the perceiver all the desired reactions that he set himself out as a goal to ignite or to stimulate or to provoke in him.